There are ways most people are doing pull-ups that aren't the best method and aren't as effective as other approaches. And we're going to be going over all of it today to help you step up your pull-ups to get the most out of them. Alright, one of the best body weight builders there is, pull-ups. And to get the best out of these, you need to be doing them a very specific way. A big mistake that most guys make when they do pull-ups is they think the best way to go with it is with a wide grip. It's not. You actually just want to use a shoulder width grip. This is because of the stronger stimulation your back gets out of it. And you could actually see and feel that difference just by replicating the motion of a wide grip pull-up and squeezing that grip and contraction in tighter to that shoulder width grip. You could immediately see and feel that slightly stronger squeeze in activating back stimulation, which is why you'll want to go with that shoulder width grip rather than the typical wide one. You're getting that much stronger of a squeeze for stronger back activation, contraction, and stimulation. And another big mistake that most guys make is that when they go up for the pull-up, they keep their body in a straight line. This is bad because this is about the height you're going to be able to max out at, just at your chin, your neck. What you actually want to do is bring your chest up and arch your back so that you're leaning just like this. So your body is still in a straight line from head to toe, but a bit more diagonally instead of a straight up and down line perpendicular to the floor like in a typical pull-up. This is the kind of straight head to toe body positioning that you want. That chest up, slightly arched back positioning like this. Because when you do this, look at the height you're able to get. Boom, all the way up to your chest. So you're able to get a much greater range of motion for a much greater range of muscle building. So you want to stick to this form. So let's rep these out. And you want to do these as steadily and as controlled as you can. You're getting that lean in your body, but you don't want any momentum driving you through this movement. Power this all through your back by keeping tension in your back at all times, especially on the negative portion of the motion. Don't just relax your muscles and let your body weight fall down. Keep that tension in your back. Lower yourself slowly. Feel that stretch in your back at the bottom of the motion. Feel the contraction in it at the top of the motion. And pause for a moment and emphasize those actions. Always make sure you go all the way up until your arms are fully contracted, and just as important, that you go all the way down until your arms are fully extended. You don't want to make the mistake of stopping short of that. That's going to stop your gains and results short of their full potential. You're also going to want to make sure you keep your legs straight and parallel to each other, side by side, not bent behind you, not crossed together. Do not bend your legs and do not cross your legs. Do not cross your feet. You don't want to cross your legs whether they're bent or straight, because this disrupts the straight line form you always want to have from head to toe. It slightly shifts your spine towards one side or the other. And if you think about it, there's really no other exercise where this is acceptable to do. You always want your legs parallel and next to each other. And pull-ups should be no exception to this. And you don't want to bend your legs either, because it actually makes it easier for you to cheat form, to cheat reps, by almost forcing you to contort into an upwards crunch to aid yourself through the move. It makes it harder to maintain strict and proper form. And believe it or not, bending your legs behind you actually makes the exercise slightly easier by taking some of the tension off of your upper body, offsetting some of your body weight balance from the positioning and letting more of your core absorb some of that load. Now, while this may be a great tool to use as a beginner to better control the difficulty of the exercise a little bit, it's not one you want to use long term for a few reasons. The first being, as mentioned, you're not working the main muscles and drivers required to do pull-ups properly to their maximum output, which means you're not going to get the best results out of that form. The only time you'd get a pass for it being okay is if you're caught in a situation where your pull-up bar doesn't give you enough clearance to go straight-legged, and you're forced to have to be able to bend your legs back in order to do the full range of motion of the pull-up. In that case, it's acceptable. You've got to work with what you've got. In all other cases where you're not forced into that position, you of course want to get your body positioned in that full straight line. Keeping your legs straight, feet and toes pointed downward essentially makes all your body weight from the torso all the way down to your toes more of dead weight to a larger degree, which means you're going to get as much tension as possible placed onto your upper body, and it's going to have to work to the max to move all of your weight throughout the whole move. Furthermore, this full straight body engagement type of form is the one you're going to need to be using for pretty much all further progressions of pull-ups and any other types of variations of them. And it's especially important in performing muscle-ups properly. You're never going to see anyone doing those or any other more advanced pull-up progressions with bent or crossed legs. They're always going to be straight, tensed, flexed, parallel, and pointed downward. If anything, instead of bending your legs back, you'll want to extend them forward with straight legs into an L-sit position, like in headbangers. This form and positioning actually increases the difficulty of pull-ups as opposed to decreasing it. But for the traditional form, you'll always want to follow the guidelines of a straight, tense body like we just went over. And while I did mention that this form of a shoulder width grip pull-up is superior for better overall back and upper body activation, as well as achieving higher pull-up heights compared to a wide grip pull-up, that doesn't mean you want to completely exclude those from your training. You definitely still want to incorporate wide grip pull-ups into your training. You should aim to do as many different pull-up progressions and variations across varying difficulties as possible for the best results possible. And of course, apply all the same form to all of them that we went over in this tutorial. Keep your entire body straight and flexed, legs parallel, feet pointed downward, control every single movement, all without intentionally using any momentum or swinging. You never want to do that. That's one of the worst things you could do. And always go all the way up as high as you can to get the maximum contraction in your arms, and always go all the way down until your arms are fully extended to get that maximum stretch out of them as well. But never releasing tension in your upper body at any point through any pull-up. This form and procedure remains constant through pretty much every single type of pull-up out there. So if you want to maximize what you get out of them, make sure you apply these fundamentals to every single one of them. Pull-ups can be difficult for any beginner. So if you struggle with these when you're first starting out, give them a try on an assisted pull-up machine or using the help of some resistance bands. And I've got an entire pull-ups playlist covering everything from progressions for every fitness level to variations for how to do pull-ups without a pull-up bar. Everything you need to strengthen and level up your pull-ups is in there. Links on the screen and in the description for you to check it out. Whew. All right. Making subtle changes like these to already good exercises is what supersizes them and helps you supersize your results. And for even more superhero training tips and tutorials, make sure to check out the rest of the channel for dedicated muscle building and weight loss videos and playlists to help you stay on track with your transformation. And